Well, hello there and welcome to another art supply review. Today we're going to be trying Art Owl's acrylic paint markers, which also come with these free stencils, which is a nice bonus. So first we're getting into the Pastel Set because I was most excited for those and couldn't resist. Now, if you've never worked with paint markers before, there is a process to getting them going. Usually you press down on the nib. These are fine point markers though, so they're a little stabby. Then you shake and press down on the paper until paint comes out. These ones actually got going pretty easy, didn't need too much shaking, which was nice. Here's a look at our pastel set. And here's all the colors that come in the classic box set. Here's the stencils that came with the classic set. I really love the size of these boxes too, because they would be super easy to just carry around with you if you wanted to do some drawing and painting outside, rather than packing up a bunch of supplies for watercolors. I'm starting this review off by trying these out on watercolor paper, which is my usual go-to. I've been drawing a lot of castles lately, so I thought it would be fun to make a pastel palace with the set of pastel markers I got. You can see they're doing a pretty good job at covering the pencil lines underneath. I also have to say that I was nervous I'd have to kind of be delicate with the fine point nib, but as you can see throughout this video, the nibs on these are really strong. The pastel box also came with a couple extras. And in this part here, when I decided to change a piece from pink to red, the opaqueness of the paint did a great job of covering that up. And here's our final castle, which I have to admit I love because I mean, look at those colors. This is all the pastel set, but I did use the silver from the other box for a few small details. Next, I wanted to test these on a few other materials for you guys, and you might remember these wooden shapes from one of my other reviews, so I figured we should see how these perform on them. Art Owl does say these markers work on glass, ceramic, porcelain, canvas, wood, stone, fabric, paper, metal, and plastic, so I'm pretty sure that covers like all surfaces. For my Animal Crossing lovers, I decided to make a little coaster of Leaf. The markers were doing great at first. The only problem I ran into was a bit of leakage when I started on his hat. It was like a bit too much paint started to come out, but that can always be fixed by running the nib over some paper. Maybe I shook it a bit too much. I'm not sure what exactly causes this to happen, but I was able to go over some of that leakage with the white marker, so you can't really tell. There was also a point when I was going around his lips with the red and the marker splattered a tiny bit, so it looked like blood from his mouth. But again, I was able to go over it in white, so I don't really think you can tell that happened. Maybe you can. Let me know in the comments. Now, I know there's this community of rock painters, and it seems like that's who paint marker brands are really trying to cater to. Unfortunately, where I am, for some reason, I can't find like a nice rock to paint. But we do have lots of shells, so we're gonna roll with that. I went into this not really knowing what design I was going to go with exactly, but then I broke out one of the stencils, and that actually worked a lot better on the shell than I had anticipated. And honestly, this ended up being my favorite thing of all the stuff I painted. I think I actually get the whole rock painting thing now, or at least shell painting. I think I'm going to do more of these. So final thoughts on Art Owl is that they have solid markers here. The nibs are strong and paint flows out nicely. If you work on bigger sized canvases, then these might not be for you, but if you're looking for some paint markers for fine details, then these are perfect. Plus, I mean, look at those pastels, so good. Thanks to Art Owl for sending me these boxes to review for them. And they're also giving my viewers 10% off their product, which you can find on Amazon, link in the description. Just use this code before June 7th. If you enjoyed this review or got any value from it, please remember to hit the thumbs up and also consider subscribing for more art videos and hopefully some travel vlogs here soon as we see the world get back to some type of normalcy. All right, until the next one, bye!